Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's crazy, that's only like 3 days till Christmas, so I hope you guys all have a blessed Christmas. And on Thursday, which is Christmas Eve, I'm going to be doing Luke chapter 2, and it'll be Jesus' birth. And go ahead and read that and everything. But for today, we're just going to stick in Revelation. So we're going to do chapter 14 today. We did chapter 13 last week. It is 20 verses. And so if you have your Bible, just pull it out, or you can just follow along, or you can just listen. And I'm going to go ahead and start. Chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him was 140,000, having his Father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and such sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed, and among men being sorry, I lost my spot. Let me go back. Alright, and also basically was talking about in this also, and especially in verse 1 and verse 2, talking about getting the name written in their foreheads and everything. And if you remember, in the last one it said they can get, it said the image, the number, or the name, and you can either get it on your right or your right hand or your forehead, which is the mark of the beast, and is something you don't want to get for sure. And so I would just keep that to your mind. So basically it's saying that they got that in their foreheads and everything, and then he heard God talking, and it sounded like many waters. So kind of like I would imagine like if you ever been to if you're by an ocean or whatever, and the waves are coming, and it's like that big just whooshing sound. So he's obviously, God has a very strong and loud voice, and he also says like great thunder, so it's like a thunder. And they were singing, and so I imagine God has a very strong and loud voice. They always say it sounds like thunder, or waves or whatever. And but now we're gonna go and continue on verse 4. And because I lost my spot, we're just gonna go ahead and start over on verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the firstfruits unto God and to the Lamb. And in the mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. And this is also talking about an angel, that's coming down, and that's going to preach God's gospel to the remaining people. And nations and tongues mean languages. So Spanish, English, anybody, no matter okay, every single language, anybody who's still here will hear it in their own language. And the nation, so all the nations on earth. Okay, verse 7, saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worshipped him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. So basically, yeah, so when he's talking about, the gospel and everything, this is what the angel is saying, and basically saying that, it's judgment. It's time for God's judgment. And it's telling that to all the people that are still on earth. So verse 8, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in the forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture unto the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they will have no rest, day or night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of the name. So basically what's saying in this one is that this angel's saying is whoever is going to receive this will, the mark of the beast in their hand or in their forehead, whatever it may be, will basically saying that you're going to go to hell, you're going to be in hell forever, and you will be tortured and tormented forever. Okay, verse 11, and the smoke of their Verse 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yes, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. And I look, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on a head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap. And reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the cluster of vine of the earth, for the grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. So basically that was the entire 20 verses, and I didn't explain every single one of them because most of them explain themselves if you really listen or follow along. It was a very interesting one, especially with the angels coming. There's a lot going on, especially in just 14 chapters so far. Everything that is explaining, and I'm trying to explain it to you the best I can. still very young, so I'm only taking in and trying to give you the knowledge that I know so far. But it's very good to pay attention to these, especially with verse 13 and 14, because it's talking about the mark of the beast and everything. So that's something to really deeply pay attention for, and pay attention out time more, out in the world that we're in right now, especially in the times that we're in. The closer seems to be getting to the end of the world. So I would just deeply pay attention to some of this stuff that's happening, and read the entire 29 chapters of Revelations, because it explains a lot. And honestly, the whole New Testament has to do a lot with after Jesus died, so like kind of what we're living by now. The Old Testament explains how it was done before that, where they had sacrifice and stuff like that. And but that was verse 14. Please share this video or just share the chapter. And like I said, on Thursday, which is Christmas Eve, I'm probably going to be doing Luke chapter 2. I believe that's quite a few verses. It's the birth of Jesus, basically. Sorry. And I'll be going over that and everything. And I hope you guys all have a blessed Christmas week and everything. Just keep praying, and take it easy, everybody.